In live. Oh, the button's not working. Oh, now we'll have fucking episode 2. Um, Doing it a bit different today. We should have a little bit of gameplay in the background. Um, Playing a bit of Space Marine 2.
Just find where's that Death Watch shoulder? That one.
The Deathwatch stuff. I'm assuming they're probably not going to do any more content around that because I mean you pretty much get it all, don't we? As long as you buy it.
It's not the full shebang. Like there's not a chest piece. There's not a chest piece, I don't think, or I think the helmet's like just a fucking cross on your head.
Yeah,
You don't get the full shebang.
I imagine.
I'm looking for the fucking shoulder. I don't know where the fuck it is.
I imagine eventually they
There
might
it
even
is.
start doing chapter skins for the weapons because I was just thinking it'd be real cool to have like a bolter with all the inscription stuff on it.
Mm.
That'd be quite good.
I think this first season, the Ultramarine section, you you're basically all you're getting is more color options and decals. You're not really
Yeah,
getting nothing to write home about, really. But I think the
yeah,
best thing out of the season, out this Ultra season, is the Lieutenant helmet that Titus actually has. But other than
yeah,
that, that's the only good customization option there is. I'll get those colours as and when if I feel like I need them, but they need to add more than that. I was thinking like a full gear, a few gear sets or something, Ultramarine themed, but there's literally no. It's just 3 helmets. That's all
yeah.
there is.
And the helmets is just like the symbols
An
changed.
Ultramarine logo
Yeah,
on your fucking forehead.
yeah,
I'd sooner rather have
or a
something
star.
else. I'd rather have the Lieutenant helmet on.
I don't think any of the Ultramarine, at least to my knowledge, any models that I've got have like the U on their head anyways. Like
No, it's a bit of an
it's
eyesore.
it's usually on the pauldron, and I think that's where it looks best.
Mm,
Um, I quite like. I don't know. I quite like the fact that like there's different stuff you can put on your pauldron, like if you're in the support company or what company you're actually in, like if you're in the 4th or 12. Because I'm surprised I haven't seen anyone yet with the 4th company pauldron, because that's the I don't know if you've ever read the books, but like a lot of the Ultramarine books, there's a guy called Ventriel in it. Or you I can't
no.
remember his name. Um, that's the one he's in. He's in the 4th company.
Mm,
So I think he's even got a model now. Like because the book got that big.
yeah.
Um, he's even got his own model. But he basically like kind of like now that I'm thinking about it, that's pretty much Titus's story's been ripped from him from the book. So in the books, um, that Uriel, he does the same thing. So he goes against a lot of the Codex Astartes, comes into contact with Chaos, and then gets put on what's the word? It's not the what thing Titus goes to. It's a Summit Crusade. It's like a suicide mission.
Mm,
And then he survives the suicide mission, and then because he was meant to die, they just say, "Oh well, you came back, which means the Emperor's got plans for you, so you're allowed back," kind of thing. I've just now realised as I was speaking about that, that's literally the same story as Titus.
mm.
So I just realised the cheeky buggers have fucking stolen that.
Sure, so-
But yeah, we're gonna avoid we're gonna avoid any spoilers. There won't be no spoilers. There won't be no what's the words? Um, any talk of what happens in the campaign. Um, it's mainly just
Well,
gonna talk about.
we can't play co-op unless we're doing one of the missions that's not in the story. I don't think it with the story.
In that case, just don't watch the gameplay. Just don't watch the gameplay. Um, Apart from that, like I think the game itself, I've really enjoyed. I don't think there's
Mm,
any part of the game Well, I thought this is really ruining it for me.
No, the ops is good. I think it, like Canvastic, like you're saying, it is going to get a bit samey. But
Yeah.
if they're releasing stuff consistently over the time goes on, then it shouldn't be so bad. The PvP mode's fucking really good. I'm really
Mm.
enjoying that.
Yeah, I've not touched that yet.
I didn't think I would, but I was only playing Vanguard, and then since last night, I played every class, and I didn't mind playing any of them. I think you sort of need to pick your counter for what they're running. Like, so you can't just be like,
Right.
right, I'm always playing Vanguard because that's what I was doing. I was like, oh, we need a bulwark here, so I'd like switch to bulwark, and then they weren't too bad.
Is it similar to
Like,
like kind of hero games where you need hard, like well not hard counters, but
you need
you need certain,
heavies and
yeah,
stuff. So if you've got no bulwark and heavies, then and they do, it's like you're putting yourself at a disadvantage. Um, it's like the match we played 2-0 for. I feel like we'd have probably maybe lost if I didn't switch to heavy halfway through,
yeah,
just because we didn't have a bulwark or heavy. We had two assaults. I think two vanguards. No, we had a tactical vanguard, two assaults, and Cam and Ben were both snipers. So we had no heavies to like hold the point. So it was.
yeah. It's I've not touched it myself yet, but is it like the Space Marine One multiplayer? Or is it completely different?
Um, can't really say. Um, I mean, it's not like Space Marine 1 because you can only be two of one class at any
Yeah,
given time. Come on, do your thing. Do your gimmick. Do your gimmick. There we go. But it's very like you need to move as a team. Like you cannot go around.
yeah,
You can't go around just trying to sneak up on like people and that because you'll just lose every engagement. Learn that
yeah.
early on really fast.
No solo playing then.
Like when we're playing, we're like always either always moving as a 2 or moving as a 3.
Yeah,
I'm sure I killed Dynamo. So yeah, I've been enjoying it. Your unlocks as well. It's not like, thank God, it's not like um Optas where you get perks and
yeah,
for your weapons and shit. Because then if you do come against someone that's an higher level and they've got like a better decked out weapon, everyone gets the same weapon. It's just I think it's more skill based. Like it just
right.
goes on skill. If you know what you're doing, then you'll play better than them.
So what's the
Or if you've
unlock?
got
Just
a good enough
cosmetic.
cosmetic, and then like when you get to certain level milestones, you'll unlock like a weapon for the class.
Nah,
So
right.
like at level 9 you get the power sword for the bulwark. Level 8 you get the submachine gun for the sniper. Obviously we're balancing, some things are better than others, like the sniper. That submachine gun's like the best thing since sliced bread.
Mm,
Better than actually using any of the snipers. Because you can just go invis, sneak around someone and then like laser them down before they even have time to react.
I
And
feel
then you
like the
can
sniper needs a buff big time, like the actual bolt sniper,
go this way just in
because
case.
it's kind of like I found just from playing campaign operations, it's
You can two-shot with it on PvP.
yeah. I'm guessing that's
Like
maybe
Ben was
where
using it
it's.
early on and he was pretty good with it.
I'm guessing that's maybe where its use comes from, but in terms of like PVE, I think it definitely needs a bit of a boost to be worth using all.
When you unlock the Fusel, like I think it's at like level 22 or something, but by that point you've probably been using a submachine gun long enough to it's not even going to warrant using the heavy. Because then
Yeah,
you can help more with fights as well. Say it's domination, we need to hold a point. The sniper can just go invis and just like like sniper point and stop them getting progress.
yeah,
So that's what Ben was doing. That's how we won one of like that game because he was like hanging back as we was
just
pushing for the next point. Was in
just
a throw.
playing yeah on top. Well, is it very much like a harassment kind of rule then, not rather than like pinpointing?
It's like dip in, dip out. Really good. You go in, laser someone, and then you just like sniper point, and stop them getting progress. So that's what Ben was doing. That's how we won one of like that game because he was like hanging back as we was pushing for the next point. Was in a throw. It's like dip in, dip out. Really good. You go in, laser someone, I think Ben said if you kill them fast enough coming out of invis, you get your invis back.
Oh, right, okay, that's cool.
Um, so that zone throat's just sitting up there.
Yeah, he's
Leaving.
gonna be hard to fucking get to.
Like I
Yeah,
was only playing Vanguard, but then if you come across certain team comps where they've got a counter for the Vanguard,
yeah.
like if they're all running as a free, I can grapple in, but if I don't have people here to help me, I'm basically dead.
That's the Vanguard's the shield guy in it.
No, that's Bulwark.
Bulwark,
Vanguard's
that's
the
it.
grapple gun.
Right. Yeah, because the Bulwark, I imagine, is an easy counter as long as there's more than one of you, because obviously you can't point the shield in two directions at once. So I guess
No,
that's the. I mean, that's the only counter though. So if it's enclosed
that's like
area,
busted as well. There's only a
yeah,
few ways to actually counter the Bulwark.
yeah, they,
Just you have a grapple to them. Hopefully, sort of teammates with you to shoot them down as you're like going towards them with the grapple. Or there's a foot stomp, and there's the melter gun. But you don't get the melter gun until level 19, so you got to play the game a fair bit before you get that.
you'd think they'd have a damage threshold before he gets stunned or like he gets knocked back. You know.
Yeah, like a stamina meter where
Yeah,
like you can only block so many like shots.
yeah,
It's all stuff they couldn't add in post. There hadn't been any major
yeah,
like balance changes yet. It's all been
yeah. I
it's all
think
been server maintenance and shit. 'Cause I was looking at it earlier.
I think the great thing about the game was the only things they need to add are stuff that would complement the game. There's nothing to actually fix the game. Like,
You know, it all runs fine.
yeah, I
Ops
think.
is really fun. Like it's real rewarding. Like up unlocking these different weapons and
Mm,
upgrading them and fucking becoming stronger. Like the difference between a green weapon and a purple weapon is like
yeah,
massive.
yeah,
And like purple to gold, and then PvP like it's all entirely skill based. It's not like it's
it's not like you
unforgiving. If
get to level 20
someone's
and you
running a
can't beat them.
two-man summit and you're losing, pick the counter to that, and then
Yeah.
run the counter.
The thing I'm enjoying about the game a lot too is that there's different progression methods too. So you've got progression for your armor pieces, which is victories. Then you've
Yeah.
got gun usage, which, from what I can tell, and I might be wrong, is based on how often you use it. So like if you switch gun out halfway through the game, I imagine you only get half the XP for that weapon. I don't know if it's
Yeah, I
based
did
on
it.
kills or not.
I think it's how long you use the
Yeah,
weapon for, because I did it yesterday, and I was like missing 65 XP to master a weapon.
yeah.
I used it at the start. It gave me my 65 XP, but the rest of the mission I used a different one, and it gave me like 400.
But just stuff like that, it's nice to not just I mean, it's nice to not just be like, oh, everything's locked behind a level. Once you've leveled up, you get 20 things. It's nice to have. I think they've done really well at like drip feeding you stuff, but not painfully.
Mm. Oh, licked it.
I think the only
We did
thing,
a bunch of them. We did a bunch of ops yesterday on the hardest difficulty, and we were just melting through it. But sometimes we'd have to. It'd be like plant 3 bombs. Other times it was plant 5 bombs. Others it was 4.
yeah.
Completely random. It's not. Oh, you're playing on this difficulty, so you've got to plant 6 bombs. It's
What
completely random.
on the absolute hardest?
Yeah. Plus on that difficulty, we didn't. I think we only had a mini boss fight maybe once, if at all.
Ah, so you've got
Like
a
we weren't getting
legendary one.
absolutely hammered. I think it's just enemies have got more health, and there's like more groups of enemies rather than, easy. You'll get like a group of 10.
Yeah.
The hardest you'll get like a group of 40 or 30.
So does that mean you've
Like
got a legendary token?
we even did the bomb part, lowering that thing, and you got to protect the generator. One time on the hardest, we only protected one generator on its own, and we were just like, oh, I've
Hmm.
had it where you're protecting 2, and then you have to restart the thing, and then protect another generator.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know if it's like a dice roll or time based, but
Does that mean you've got? Oh fuck! I'm getting battered here. Does that mean you've got a legendary, an artifact fucking token then?
Yeah, I used it on the hammer, but I haven't. What? I did use it on the hammer, but I think I've got the wrong hammer on at the minute.
Oh, so you should be melting for enemies then with that
I
legendary
think I'm
hammer.
still using my purple because I need to master it still.
Ah right. Yeah, I think the only thing they
I
need
need
to
the
fix
perk
is the
points.
parrying system. There's a bit of an inconsistency sometimes, I've noticed.
Yeah, especially on harder difficulties, it can
It's the whips, like the whip on the. I guess they're warriors,
worry.
maybe. Um, it's just the whips. Sometimes it's like it does what Batman does, where if you block too late, you don't take a full hit, but you still take damage.
Yeah, like that. Hit them.
Yeah,
Got hit like that, and it was whipping at you, and he hit me in the background twice.
I think apart from that, like they've done a really good job. I think it's definitely the game for once. It's actually we've got the game that
Step
we was
down.
hoping for.
Yeah, all the gripes that I've had, it's just wanting more content, and
Mm,
it's not really you can't really gripe about that because it will come.
yeah,
Like it's not like there's something where they're like, oh, why haven't they added this? Or they need to take this out of the game, or this needs changing. It's like no, it's all relatively fine. I
yeah.
suppose we're looking at it through rose-tinted goggles. Like we're always gonna think this game's sick because we're big fans of it.
We
But
also know what bad Warhammer games look like.
yeah, like there's been some right stinkers over the last 10 years.
Yeah, it's just some really bad ones.
But
Um,
then there's there's been good games, but the games are very niche. There's like Warhammer, and that's like
yeah.
very niche. There's Rogue Trader, that's very niche. Something like this where, oh god, let's do a big hit.
I've
Ooh,
noticed sometimes it's a bit RNG in terms of like sometimes you'll get
scream.
you'll get like warriors like you'll get like a group of 8 warriors in a small corridor, which when it comes to getting like spammed with attacks, it's just on any difficulty you just can't
Yeah, it's
you
like
can't beat
this.
it.
Bit of this. With
Yeah,
fucking like they've just covered the fucking where we need to go with barbed wire or whatever it is. The fucking creep, and then they're all just running backwards. I've had
yeah,
that plenty of times in alleyways where the AI knows that like, oh, you have to come to me, and they'll
yeah.
just like love you and shit that gets in nowhere.
I think it might be this part here where we go into like the bit where it splits
This
off
is a
two
gold hammer.
sections. Nice. Um,
You use all.
I've had it where we've been smashing it on the hard difficulty, and then we get into like an enclosed area and we just get swarmed, and
Mm,
there's nowhere to back off to, which would be fine if there was like a crowd control
mm.
sort of aspect.
There's a lot of stuff that you learn the hard way on
Yeah,
this. Like barrel, like when there's loads of enemies, you can't just barrel roll forever and ever and ever.
yeah,
Like you
because they
need
still
to
get hits off,
actually
don't
learn
they?
to. Yeah, like this class I'm playing is Salt. He's got I think this from the vid I saw slowest like animations ever for rolling, like dodging. You think the heavy'd have it, but the heavy's actually faster. So they said once you get good at this class in parrying, like instead of running off, then you don't need to worry about this class anymore. It's just people are saying the objective this is the worst class, which I can see why they think that because it's very like on the hardest difficulty. I can't afford to go swinging into a bunch of enemies because they'll just hack me down straight away.
Yeah.
So I'm just stuck using a pistol. But
Has he got more of a crowd control
yeah,
impact?
my whole gimmick is just slamming in onto groups. How did nothing spawn then? Number two.
Yeah, I think like small edition. Well, it might sound small, it might be a lot in reality, but I think just little variations to maps too. So maybe just
Yeah,
an
I reckon
alternate route.
Maxwell longer. Okay.
Yeah, maybe an alternate route, or there was more. I don't know, maybe side missions or mini games, or like when it comes to like the horde moments, it'd be good if there was multiple routes that were like barricaded, and then they'd destroy the barricades over time, so you're having to like be on the fly, if that makes sense. Like in World War Z, the game, you had to be quite mobile, didn't you? You couldn't just sit still and not move. Oh, I'm gonna get jumped.
Grabbing it. Okay, he does a free hit combo.
But I think in terms of everything, they've done great. I mean, one thing which you'd be well, we won't be surprised, but most people will be surprised is the gun. Like company games have done guns so badly for Warhammer.
Mm.
Like people don't know, but the bullets that you shoot in Warhammer are literal small rockets. It's a bullet that's got a what's
If
the
anyone's
word?
ever watched the Fallout series,
Yeah,
think of the Ghouls gun, but fully auto.
yeah. The bullets are literal miniature rockets with like an explosive payload in the front. And some games you shooting the gun like it's a MP5 or a P90. Just doesn't make no sense.
Love.
I saw someone describe it as like Gears of War meets World War Z,
Yeah.
which yeah.
Oh my god, I thought I could jump down this way. Oh, yeah, I can.
Oh shit!
Kind of.
I've just followed you thinking I can't. Stupid.
Thought the game wasn't gonna let me jump over that wall. Jesus. Get off the generator.
Ah, I completely forgot the fucking about the chat. Uh, bet if Ben wants to get in. You can join in on us. We're just doing a bit of a.
You have to send invites out.
Oh, do I? Oh, you might have to
Yeah,
send an
yeah.
invite because I don't have him. No, then Luke. Sorry, mate, I missed your message. I completely was not looking at that screen. We're doing a bit of a every Tuesday. Well, I say every Tuesday. Every other week, we do like a little hour podcast, and we're just prattling around with different methods. We're doing a bit of gameplay this week while we talk. Um, so we're just seeing which works best. But yeah, it's I think I don't know. Like you said, it just needs a bit more content, like for replayability. I think the first time you play it, or first couple of times, it's great. I just think if they want you to be doing like 20 plus victories for a piece of armor, then you need something to help you get through it.
Mm. Like you could easily within this month, like max out most of the characters. Like get to
Yeah,
25 on 4 out of the 6 characters, or 5, however many it is. That was 6. 4 out of the 6. You could easily do that if you just hammered it.
yeah,
Probably won't be as fun because you're doing the same mission over and over, but like what happens then once you've maxed your characters out? There needs to
yeah.
be stuff to unlock. Like I'm very surprised. I am a bit disappointed they didn't do what Space Marine 1 had, where there's challenges to
Mm,
unlock pieces of gear. Like why wasn't there there was you unlocked of Ultramarine veteran gear set for multiplayer if you found all the collectibles on the story, and there's nothing like that. There's no like
yeah,
parry 10,000 hits. Oh, we've got a effects. There's no like parry 10,000 hits or something, and you get like a piece of gear that looks
can
like
effects.
your arm all scratched to fuck or something. There's nothing like that. It's like
I
the
still
game would have
not.
fucking definitely benefited from that.
Yeah, I think even just like adding a few more special enemies or a couple of like new mini bosses like that would freshen the game up a lot.
Scream at me. I
Luke
mean,
said,
before the end of the year, we're getting a new enemy
yeah.
anyway.
I wonder if that means new enemy faction or if it's just new enemy.
No, because every it says like every month new enemy, so
Ah,
there's no
right.
way they could add another faction like like that quickly. I'm thinking if it, I don't know what it'll be if it's chaos, but if it's Tyrannid, I'm thinking the lad. There's a like the gargoyles that are in like the new introduced flying gargoyle
Oh
Tyrannids.
shit! I've just scanned that fucking elf.
There might be a. Oh my god. Uh, can't remember the name of it because I just got a model from the shop. That's like the basically like a commander version,
Right.
double zone for it. And it's like a gargoyle bigger than a normal one, so it has a big horn on the front of its head. So they could add that and then like give us a flying enemy to deal with then. Oh, I'm done.
Luke said, "How was the land of the Southerner?" Terrible, mate. Terrible. Okay, now I think I drove home all the way home in sixth gear. Just could not get out of there quick enough.
God, I flew real far.
Yeah, because I mean, there's so many Tyranid types to it now that they could do. And Chaos too.
Yeah. I want them. I want them to do the redid Screamer. Screamer's a very cool model.
The
There's
Screamer.
some model from the 80s and then they re-brought it out recently and it's like just got two big giant claws, big scythes for arms, like one arm each, and a big giant mouth and it's real bulky. And I'd like them to do that like a Screamer. Screamer would be cool.
Yeah, or the
Because new enemy, do they mean is it going to be a like a warrior type enemy,
yeah,
like
was
where
it a
it's
mini
just
boss
regular,
maybe?
or is it going to be a mini boss?
I'm surprised they didn't pull out the big flying Tyranid. You know, the new one looks like a dragon.
Well, the gargoyle.
No, like the big one. There's like a big one, isn't there?
Oh, fucking hell, it'd be a bit too big that though.
No, I mean
If
even
I'm
just
thinking the same one.
even no, I don't mean maybe fight, but even just having it, you know, like in the scenery in the background, like you're seeing like fucking shit kind of thing.
Yeah, like what you get with chaos.
Yeah,
There's a heal though.
yeah, it's fucking. It's just I don't know. There's so much they could do. It's just a wonder what they're actually picking to do. Because I mean, I could not imagine being told like, oh, you've got, let's say in a year to do 4 releases. I couldn't think, oh, there's only 4 things I can do while I'm gonna release. There's just so much.
Yeah, they've got 40 years. Well, yeah, over 40 years worth of stuff to cherry pick from. It's
Yeah,
whatever Games Workshop. I'm sure they have final say on stuff on one they can and can't use. Hopefully, it's not like the Tolkien estate where they're saying, "Ah,
hmm.
you can't talk about this." Like, no, you can't talk about the Horus Heresy. Or, you know, like what they're doing with Rings of Power.
I wonder if, well, it depends if it's canon in it. Because if it's not canon, then they're allowed to kind of do what they want. But if it is gonna be
I'd
canon,
want them to do Horus Heresy gear, like
they've
not
got to. They've got to.
don't make it don't like it that it'd have to be its own separate thing, and people that get it. People that won't because they're like, oh, what the
What the
fuck's
fuck's
Horus
this?
Heresy? Like,
And it's
people are gonna just be left out the loop on it, but
yeah. If anything, it might get a backlash because the armor's like less detailed, chunky, don't look as cool, like to non-people that are Warhammer. So I
well, it's
imagine,
like these Mark 6 beaky helmets from
yeah,
Horus Heresy. They just released a game a year ago called Bolt Gun, and you play as a. It's set. The story coincides with the story of Space Marine. Like the whole game of that game is to go. You find in a shard of what got destroyed in Space Marine 1, and the character in it's a. Oh, I don't know. He's got a white helmet, so I don't know if that means he's a captain. But
ancient maybe because I've put a white helmet on my guy because I think
he
it
has a
might be
white
ancient.
helmet, but it's a beaky white helmet, so they're still being used.
I don't know if
It,
they're sergeants or if they're assault because I remember the assault guys have loads of beak ones, don't they? Oh, the old
well, it's
ones,
like a
sorry.
regular. You don't have like a jetpack or out. It's just like being tasked to do the job. Do this job for the Inquisition on the sly. to find this artifact, which turns out it's one of the shards that I was looking for.
Yeah, I think white signifies they're an ancient. Again, I might be completely wrong. Um, but I know it signifies something important. Um, because I actually read up in a cool, the red helmets, the sergeants.
Yeah.
I read that up, and that actually used to be an insult. So, for any Marines that were seen as like a bit um, sort of like rambunctious, let's say, a bit like they don't follow the rest, they'd be given a red helmet as a sign of like disrespect, and then the Ultramarines kind of made it into like a sign of like this person's unique.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of geek love here.
Left side.
I bet the lore channels are absolutely blowing up right now for Warhammer.
Oh yeah. Get this gas on the go. Make my guy just walk jetpack sometimes. It's infuriating. By the time I've run round to activate this, half of them are up. Oh, now the jetpack wants to work.
The thing I quite like about the helmet, what they've done when you're painting it, is there's a degree of wear. If you see, like if you've got like, I don't know, the base cut's blue, and then you've got a red top, you'll see on the top bit where it's red, there's like scratches and fades, into the base paint, so it looks like the
Yeah, I've got the
helmet's worn.
lieutenant helmet on now, so it's
Yeah,
kind of on my helmet. So, I'm just, I'm gutted they didn't add gear sets to unlock
mm,
based on challenges. That's like a really big miss that they've had there. But if they're bringing it across as free content, then fine. Like, not as in like they'll add challenges all of a sudden, but like just gear sets
yeah.
that everyone can earn, then yeah, that's not so bad. But I would have liked some incentive other than achievement to find all the collectibles, and you used to get like battle hand and set and like a veteran set and
Yeah,
for doing challenges, and it's not like that on this.
it's. I think it's. I don't know.
Like like there's an achievement for getting 41,000 kills across the whole game. Like, give us something for doing that. Give us an helmet or something to as bragging rights.
Yeah, I thought that was a bit
They
odd
have
that
it
there's.
where like get 10, 20,000 Tyranid kills. People are begging for like a gear set where there's like them new scout blocks where they've got like a Tyranid's carapace on the shoulder and shit like that. Give us something like that. Give us like stuff to show that a character has like killed so many of that faction.
Funny you mentioned that. So I saw a video yesterday. You know how the Ultramarines homeworld got attacked by Tyranids recently, I think in the law. There's now a full section of the Ultramarines dedicated to Tyranid warfare, and
There's one I saw. It's in the Ultramarine chapters. Their world was taken by Tyranids, and now they're like retaking it, and they're in the process of retaking it.
well the Tyranid specific Ultramarines and they decorate their armor with Tyranids, and there's pictures of them, and it looks really fucking cool. And I'm surprised they haven't done that with this. Where it's got like a, they've got like a, what's it called? A warrior's like skull attached to the forearm and stuff.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
looks fucking, it looks good, but also like doesn't look feral at the same time, if that makes sense.
Trying to look at. I'm trying to find what it's called. Don't know I don't know if it's the Nova Marines maybe.
Might be.
But there's one of these on here. I don't where their home world was taken by Tyranids, so now they're in
One
the
of the
process
successor
of taking it back.
chapters.
Yeah, I can't remember which one it is. It's not Genesis chapter.
Another one's the purple guys.
Blue. Blue and
Blue.
silver.
See, the purple guys look a bit suspicious because I just think when you see purple, you just think noise marine.
Yeah, the Hawk Lords.
Yeah. It's a bit like I don't know. It's just I think anything purple in Warhammer, I'm just instantly like that's Slanesh straight away, even if they
I
are
think
like loyalist.
that's the only thing that's missing from the Heretic as starters.
What Slash
Is we
guy?
we, do, we don't have a we don't have a Slanesh. We don't have a Thousand Sunlight. We don't have a Cinch either.
I bet they'll probably put a nice marine at some point in there, because like
Yeah,
it'll,
nice marine. Fucking sick.
yeah, just for the disorientating, because it'd be more of a support class, wouldn't it, rather than damage dealer.
Yeah, make it like a skin for the heavy, and then he's just carrying like a big, massive fucking
Yeah,
noise cannon. So
yeah,
then it makes sense. Or I can imagine with stuff like that, they'll make it one of these thingy skins that the heavy has. You
yeah.
know, that big set where it'll be a character skin rather than something you customize.
Just do what COD did and just reskin the fire animation. So instead of firing the pulse of the plasma, I mean, melter gun, it just fires like a melter gun would do, a bit of like a slurry of sludge, from a plague
Mm.
marine, and it'd still be the same base mechanic, but it'd just be reskinned um, projectile. Let's go a little bit harder. Let's go substantial. Yeah, I've been doing this last mission on the hard difficulties because once you make it to the end, you've done. Because at the end, all you want to do is just stop one wave from getting on the train, which is pretty easy because it takes like 2 seconds, and then you just do two.
Is that what this
Um,
is? Ballistic engine.
yeah, I think the
I ain't,
hardest
I
the,
ain't done this since doing it first time, like 3 days ago.
the hardest part is just not getting yourself in a shit situation. Like I said, where you're in a corridor with like eight whip warriors, and fucking the the span shooters. Yeah, I think I don't know. I've not really sat and listened to the
Hello there.
the collectible things
I was
now and
listening
then.
to until the only ones I haven't listened to properly the op ones. I listened to all the story ones
Yeah, I
just
thought.
because it was really interesting. Like you could find one that's like a heretic guardsman that's like completely losing his marbles.
Hmm,
Some really cool ones.
I thought there'd be more backstory if that, like in terms of like just I don't know,
Space Marine
fucking
1 had it where there was numbered where it'd be like a guardsman's log from
yeah,
number 1 at the start of the story, and then by the end of the game it's like guardsman's log number 8, and he's like, oh, like
yeah,
that
the Ox.
from 1 to 8 it's all his journey as the
Yeah,
story's gone.
I wish they'd done that the same as that, where it's like pre-invasion and then during and then at the end.
Mm. I don't know what planet this is. It must be from the story, but it's like this is sort of like progression in it, where like
Yeah,
Tyranids are like they're taking over, and we need to
I don't think it's an Ultramarine
launch.
world though, is it? I don't
I don't
think
know
it.
if it's the one from where you and Titus and like Titus and them lot are like it looks like you're on a space station because you're so high in the sky.
Yeah. Well, but
I think it's that one, but like you're so we're like on the ground level, so it's all dust storms and shit everywhere. Where like no one lives on this thingy. It's all like machinery and
I've been laughing at people on that, that what you were where you're like above the atmosphere.
oh
People
yeah,
realizing that the ships in Warhammer are actually just like massive cathedrals,
yep,
and people being like, "What the fuck?" Fucking bro, just straight up juke me.
one with me.
Yeah, I wish there was a bit more, and maybe we'll get more with
I
the
can't see a
season
thing.
season passes and stuff. But again, not spoiling the story. It's just I wish we had a bit more backstory and yeah,
Oh, the gene seed.
Yeah, you one of you two
I'll
best be getting
carry
that.
it. Okay. Is this on second hardest?
Yeah,
Right.
so we should get a nice pie pull for this. Yeah, even like the architecture, they've
Just
done
gonna say
really
I'm gonna
well.
that's a fan now.
It's just been fun watching people's reactions to like how big everything is in Warhammer, like the cities and um, like people realize, like spotting the Titan in that
Yeah, that was
mission.
cool to see.
Yeah, and people like not knowing what Titans are, so they're looking at it and they're like, "Is that a person?" It's just a big
Yeah.
fucking big walker.
I was kind of like hoping
They would
that
turn
be
on.
something that yeah, just you just see it flicker on or something. But we already got that in this first game. You know, we was
Yeah.
riding on top of it. wasn't as big as that one, but we was riding on top of one, and the whole story is based around a Titan.
Oh, enemy
So if
live.
you want that, go play the first game. But I would say I'm pretty satisfied with the story. There was no,
Yeah.
I think they could have done better, or that was bad.
Oh no, the
Or both
story's
of them.
great. It's
And they've left it. You know, there's room for either a story expansion. They did it with World War Z. There's room for expansion or another game.
yeah, but even then, like they've done it in a way where it's like not
That's a
it's
lot,
not
yeah.
left it like unfinished and be like ooh like more. Because I hate it when games and films do that, where it's like they're not gonna finish the story because they want to make another one. I like it when the story's finished and then there's potential for more. But if there ain't no more, then it's finished and you know it works well.
God, there's so many enemies.
This is what I'm about. This bit here. This bit here. Sometimes you get so unlucky and you'll get like 7 warriors at once alongside the horde. Oh, whip. Yeah, I think fucking.
Looking forward to like classes that they had as well.
Yeah, there's so many.
There's got to be two. There's there's two that they surely have to add. Really, they need an apothecary, like a healing role, and they
Yeah.
need a Terminator. They've they've already got Terminator enemies in the game, so it's already there. And then they've already got Chaplain like in the game. Just make it, who it is. An apothecary, like given like how much you're relying on heals on the higher difficulties, you never get them.
I,
To
f-
be able to have a healer that's like maybe they have like one notch of armor, you just have to defend them like crazy.
I can see how they struggle to balance the Terminator in this and PvP, but with the Horde mode that's coming, that could definitely use with a Terminator.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they go about balancing.
Even if
Maybe,
it's just a pickup where you're just like,
yeah,
I don't know,
you call it in for a round or something.
yeah, you just in Terminator armor.
Because Terminators don't use jump packs either; they use teleporters. So then you've got that reason for them to be in and out.
Yeah. It's frag go.
Yeah, it, it's like one of those things. Like I said, it's like there's so much they could do. It's almost impossible to actually try and figure out what they are gonna do. Because
Yeah,
like
what order they need to go in.
you can't say that an apothecary is more important than a chaplain or vice versa. But you couldn't not have either.
Hmm. Like that.
More weapons too. I think that's to be good too when you get more, especially melee, more melee weapons. Like I'm surprised they didn't have like the power axe um,
Yeah.
as one of
I
the
was
weapons.
thinking like there is a lot that they've left out, but that just means they can add it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they can't have everything because then they'll be like. I also get the fact that if you get everything all at once, then what's to keep you coming back?
Hmm.
But yeah, I think there's a lot of Space Wolves players out there being like, "Where's my fucking axe?"
Hmm. Oh, there's a zone throw.
You fucking axe calling for reinforcements, knobhead.
Why is my jetpack not working?
Yeah, it is fucking. don't know. It's one of those things. You don't know what they're gonna do next.
Mm.
Just like fucking.
It's like a fellow saying like you can have a Space Wolf paint, but there's no Space Wolf armor itself. There's no like pelts or
mm, yeah, I think that's where you start getting. Oh, he's gonna call it in. Yep.
I tried stopping him, but I was getting bullied by the aim assist because there was an enemy in front of me.
Fuck. There's so much like I don't know. I think. I'm just getting parried to fuck.
You always fucking dodge that.
It's like pelts would be good and stuff, but then again, I think that'd also be better off just being an armor piece rather than a decoration because it looked weird seeing a blood raven with like a wolf pelt or something.
Mm.
So
I
it,
want to give people like as much customization as possible though. So like say like a shoulder that's got a pelt on, or a chest piece where you've got a
yeah,
pelts all over you, and people can like the whole color system shit
yeah,
is so people can create their own chapters, their own like fantasy chapters, and
yeah. Even if there was like enemy specific
well,
stuff, so like
hopefully
if
they don't go the lazy way and just do it like it's a character set
yeah,
and you can't change nothing, and it's like oh well, it's a bit of a slap in the face.
if they just went more like enemy specific, where if you get so many Katana kills, you unlock bone pieces, or if you kill so many chaos, you get like more reliquary stuff. So you get like,
Yeah,
you
just have
know,
like a heretical like fucking souvenirs from all the shit you've killed or something.
yeah,
Have like a thousand sun like shoulder piece or some shit.
or even just like holy stuff. So the more heretics you kill, the more you get
Yeah,
like,
yeah, go
uh,
the other way with it.
yeah, you just get like more Inquisition fucking symbols or yeah. But you see what I mean? By like this mission seeming just a lot easier to do on a harder difficulty. There's just way less swarming going on. But that being said, also it's equally as hard to find the fucking the
Gene seed and server,
the server. Yeah,
servo skull.
I think, bloody hell, I've done this mission like
Shot grenades here.
20 times now, 15 times, and I found the servitor once, not the servitor, the skull, um, once. So fuck knows where it is.
When we was playing yesterday, we found it in some right jammy spots where it's like hid
Hmm.
behind a wall, like a little crevice.
Oh
So don't
right, so it's
place
like
them in
actually
like
hidden,
some
hidden.
sneaky spots. Yeah, it can just be like hid behind a crate that's like in a corner. Like it could be like on the other side of this, but say this is a wall, it's like here in the corner, and it's
Yeah,
could be in some right jammy spots.
you fucker. Fucking snaking its way in like fucking Doctor Disrespect. Oh.
Got them all pulling the fucking bomb. Get a move on.
That's the stuff like I'm enjoying seeing people get shot by too. It's just how dark it is. Like
Mm.
you're in, you're like dressed.
Chapter 1, slavery.
Yeah, literally nothing. Every single faction in this game's got slavery, no matter how nice they are or good they look.
Drop some nades.
Um, Batmaven, how's it going? Um, yeah, it's the thing I'm enjoying is people saying like we look really like goody guys, goody two shoes, like all fucking dressed up, but in reality, like everything's just grim.
Yeah. You're a prisoner and you're not. If you're a prisoner, you could become one of many things. You get turned into a servo skull.
Yep,
Get half your brain scoped out and become a servitor.
yep.
Get if you've got psycho things, you get strapped to a wall and your
Until you're
brain
dead.
gets used till you fucking die, till your
Yeah.
mind breaks.
Slave, you get put in a penal battalion, or and even when you're dead, it's still not the end because when you're dead, you can either get turned into like I say, servitor. So that if your brain's fine, they'll just turn you to a puppet. Or worst case scenario, they just turn you into is it corpse starch or something? Is that what it's called?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's the thing that everyone found out. Like a lot of worlds, the bodies get turned into like like a protein paste,
Oh, yeah.
and like it gets fed to like the guard, like the Imperial Guard and all that. But like it's called like protein starch or something
What's
like
that?
that. So no one actually knows. Very few people know they're actually eating bodies. Fuck me. Mate, he's after me.
Like, look at a guardsman if you or like just a regular human being. If you do something wrong and you get given a debt,
Hmm.
even you'll spend your whole life working off that debt, and then when you die,
Yeah.
he's up in front of me.
Sometimes your family members too. Like
Yeah,
if
if you work, work 50 years off that debt, but there's still another 200. So then you
yeah,
you
your kids will do
you
it for you
yeah
once you're
they'll
dad.
the debt goes to them, and then they have to work that off.
It's
You know.
like even just small stuff like if I don't know if your commissar who is basically in charge of making sure everybody does what they're told tells you to kill an innocent person
For
and
those
you
who
say
serve.
no, again the only outcome is you end up a prisoner or worse,
Oh,
or
didn't
in
feel
most
that.
routines you just get shot. So commissars like are
Mm,
pretty much there to kill people if they just don't do as they're told.
my God. That many whips are coming my way. Holy shit.
Ugh,
Me don't.
I ain't doing too good, chief. But I think that's also the charm of the universe, though, isn't it? Is that it's just there's there's little bits of like happy endings and nice stuff, but majority of the time it is just dark.
God, I bet the server skull can be hidden in a right spot on
Usually
on
this is
this
where the
area.
boss pops up. There's usually like a boss around it, a mini boss. That's the pretty much only way I get the little purple tickets. So even the like even like the chaos, like people that fall to chaos, 99% of the time they don't realise they're falling to chaos. Like they just think they're, some one of the gods is talking to them,
Yeah,
and they think,
look at one of the Primax. It all
yeah,
kicked off because he thought he was hearing words from the Emperor or whatever it
yeah,
was. And it turned out it was getting whispered in his ear by Chaos.
yeah, which threw him further into
And
chaos.
then his punishment, his whole chapter got wiped out.
Yeah, and there's no like forgiveness and like, oh, don't worry about it in Warhammer. It's like straight up like you're gonna get punished now because you've done something I
Oh,
don't like.
there's a relic there, Revav.
I think Ben's getting pounded a little bit. Oh shit. And I've lost all the health, it's gone back.
On my last 5 bullets. My God.
Yeah, that's the one that was the one that started the whole
Relic
worshipping
in
the
the
Emperor,
corner.
wasn't he? Before him, religion was banned, and then because of him, everyone started worshipping the Emperor as the god, and
Yeah, I was watching that Pirate Software and there was
yeah,
some bloke telling him about it all and he was like, oh well, the Emperor would hate it now because look at everyone
yeah,
worshipping him. He's basically created a religion out of getting
yep.
him being kept on the golden throne all this whole time.
That's when Gilman came back, that's one of the things he said straight away. Like he was disgusted. It's become everything they didn't want it to become.
Yeah, he's like, what the fuck's going on here?
Yeah, because everyone started saying praise the Emperor, and he was like, what?
Mm.
And everyone keeps calling him like like
And
an
there's an
angel.
Omnissiah now, and
Yeah,
fucking. So there's like a machine spirit, that's like a
yeah.
god
That
now,
was
and
another thing too. Like you found out about the
people worshipping the fucking chaos gods.
he found out about the
Makes me
machine cult,
feel.
and he was like, why are they allowed to do this? And everyone's like, well, because without them, we don't have nothing. So they're just allowed to.
Hmm. Like I saw a heal there behind. Grab that before shit kicks off. Ravener. Oh, it's just from. I didn't even see it could do that. It's leaving a green creep on the floor.
Yeah,
That's slowing me down. Maybe that was a thing.
it just made it when it does that little dash away. Yeah, I
The
do like
bloke
the.
was
Oh
saying to
shit.
him that the God Emperor is like omnipotent, so if he dies, he'll just be reborn, like at a
Hmm.
point in time.
I
So
think
said that's why the Inquisition are intentionally not healing him, so he could come back, because then he'd bring order back to everything. And they're not letting him die either, so they're just permanently keeping him in a catatonic state.
I think if he dies, and I may be wrong, but I'm almost certain
But
if he.
he's holding something to do with the veil, to do with the Eldar. It's like something that
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm
Eldar
saying.
used.
If he
He's holding back
dies,
the rift toward the fucking wall.
I think if he dies, the warp basically is no longer controlled, and also like space travel becomes impossible for humans.
Yeah, yeah.
See, this is the bit I was talking about. Like they'll
Literally
run.
a fucking living battery.
Well, pretty much, yeah. That's why like they have to keep putting psychers in, don't they? I think it's like a
Yeah,
thousand
feeding his
psychers a
fucking
day.
brain.
Yeah, but it's also the orcs. A lot of people now are talking about how the orcs keeping them alive too because what they believe becomes true, doesn't it? So like they believe that things go faster if it's red, and then when they paint it red, it actually just go faster. So a lot of people now are saying the orcs are equally responsible for keeping the emperor alive because they believe, he's like the ultimate like fighter, and that he can't die because he's just too hard to die.
Yeah, I'm surprised one of these aren't shut down.
Yeah, usually you get one at each side or maybe two at one side.
Mm. Oh, oh, you're a throat,
Oh, not the time
big
for a
boy.
boss.
Holy shit.
Oh god, I
Don't
hate
know where
no
he fucking
throat stuff.
is.
Yeah, there we go. And it starts. And it starts.
Fucking hell, I can't get down either. I've got the fucking drain side.
And it's starting.
There he is. He's after me. I'm getting back, so I don't have no heals. Let's see if there's any heals around this. There's one. So I have to lock in.
Surprised I haven't gone into like his melee mode yet, where like he starts sending out shockwaves.
Yeah, his bubble.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna get a chance to.
It's like a free purple.
Okay, now, easiest one ever.
I'm gonna go to left side.
Yeah, it
The
says
heal.
here like simultaneously defend the terrain. From what I've seen, apart from that first bit where it says specifically stop them, they then stop
Hmm.
attacking the terrain.
Oh. There's a lecky grenades next to the ammo crate.
I'm full up on grenades, I think.
Ben's got an ability where it can regen a grenade if he gets
Oh,
10
that's cool.
kills in a row. It's a recharge is like 2 or 3 minutes cooldown. So if he gets a crack grenade, it's really good for the tyrant fight. He could just get like 2 grenades. Even if he runs out of grenades, his grenade slot can regen a grenade. It's a bit nutty. Where'd all these come from? Ah, get me coming out of my barrel roll, eh?
I'm gonna fucking go down because
He's screaming. Ben's gone. Right side.
Yeah, like I said the other day too, it'd be so good to play as Chaos too from like an operations point of view.
Yeah.
It'd be so good. I mean,
Even if they just bang a Thousand Sun skin on all of us, like,
it'd be easy because like they've already got guardsmen in the
oh
game.
shit,
They've
left.
already got guardsmen in the game, and then like you said, they just reskin the Thousand Sun guys to Ultramarines, and then that would
Neuro
be job
throw.
done. Ah, fucking completely missed on the
Oh,
aspect.
double Neuro throw. Oh, the bubble just stopped him from dying.
I don't know where the other one is. Where is it?
Around
It's
the
there.
corner.
As soon as it's
Yeah,
ready
right
though,
in the
you can
front.
just trigger it though. You don't even have to kill them all.
Oh,
There we go. Look. So once we've done, bada bing, bada boom. Easy,
not too bad.
easy peasy. Okay, now it's just a minute over the hour too.
Oh, my
It's been
neck.
very much a Warhammer podcast today.
Mm, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong at all.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing what. There's a lot already coming out before the year's over with, so
Yeah, yeah.
if everything to go by next year is going to be really naughty as well.
And then we've got games to keep us busy in the meantime. Like you've got Dead Rising in a week's time that'll keep
Yeah.
you nice and busy. Do you know what? Is the second one on Steam?
Dead Rising 2.
Yeah,
All of them are, yeah.
it might be a good idea to maybe get the DLC, and then we'll do co-op because I remember me and you starting that years ago.
Mm. I've
Um,
played it a bunch already. Like, on Steam. Like, I've
yeah,
played a bunch of Dead Rising 2.
I remember you getting it years ago, and we played it for like a couple of hours, and it was fun. But I just think we started playing something else. I've got some new arms, man. Right, that is it for episode DOS. Um, we're not going to be streaming after this because we're going to take a bit of a break because we've been tanning in the Space Marine. Um, but we shall be back tomorrow with some more Space Marine in a bitty, guys.